Hello, and thank you for joining me once again on Word of Inspiration for Women. Today, I will be looking at a very popular story that we all know. It's a story of Samson and Delilah, and it's taken from the book of Judges, chapter 16, from verses 4 onwards. Now, the Bible reports that Samson loved a woman called Delilah, and then when the Philistines found out that, Delilah had access to Samson, they approached her and they told her to try and entice him and find out where the source of his strength came from so that they could capture him. And then Delilah, 3 times, she tried asking Samson. She asked him where was the source of his strength from. And Samson gave her the wrong answer 3 times. But on the 4th occasion, I think he got tired and he just told her the truth. And then she went to the Philistines and said, oh, this is where his strength is from. And they came, captured him. And at the end of the day, Samson was killed. Now, this story of Delilah, is a story that I've known for a very long time. But looking at it closely again, I realized that Delilah is just like any woman that we see today. She was a woman who was loved by a very powerful man, a very strong man. But then she did some things wrong, and then there were a couple of things which I believe she did right as well. So we're going to be looking at 2 negative attributes to Delilah and also 2 positive attributes to Delilah, and see if it's something we can learn from. First and foremost, Samson trusted Delilah, but Delilah was greedy. Because when the Philistines approached her, they said they would give her a large sum of money if she would entice Samson and tell them Samson's secret. And she did that. I mean, Samson had his faults, because obviously she had tried 3 times to, trick him and to get the secret. And he kept coming back to her. But then she was greedy. Because of money, she was ready to betray a man who was going somewhere, a man who was ruling the land because of his strength. She was ready to betray him because of money. So she was greedy. And then secondly, she was untrustworthy because Samson trusted her. He kept coming back to her. But then, she betrayed his trust. She was disloyal to Samson. And at the end of the day, it cost Samson his life. So looking at these 2 negative qualities, there are lots of women today with the same attributes. And I mean, if we are exhibiting any of these, it doesn't make us any different from Delilah. A lot of men find it difficult to trust their wives, to trust their fiancés, because they feel that the women are greedy. They can't tell them maybe how much they earn. And because they feel that the women might betray them in one way or the other. So maybe they've told the lady a secret in the past and she has gone to tell it onwards to a couple of people. So these are qualities that we need to examine and see if we're exhibiting any of these qualities. Because at the end of the day, it will bring the people we love to ruin. So if we're greedy, that means we can do anything for money. That means people can lure us. We can betray our spouses, or we can betray those close to us. It doesn't even need to be betraying your husband or so. You can betray your friends or betray someone you're in a relationship with because of the love of money. So it's something we need to be careful of as women. Now, the 2 positive attributes I would say Delilah had was, one, she was caring. She took care of Samson, and I believe that was one of the reasons Samson kept coming back. The Bible reports in verses 19, so Judges 16 and 19, that Delilah called Samson, I think on this 4th occasion, after she had tried severally to get his secret. She said, oh, come, rest your head on my knees and come and lie down. So she was a woman who was caring. And I believe that Samson saw this and he kept coming because she would take care of him. She would make him feel good. She would meet his needs, maybe feed him and all of that. And he kept coming. And it's a good quality that we as women should also consider imbibing, taking care of our husbands, if we're in a relationship, trying as much as we can to provide what the other person needs so that they feel better. And I mean this in a good way, if you get what I'm saying. And then the second positive attributes I want to look at in Delilah is the fact that she was irresistible. So like I kept saying over and over, Samson kept coming back to her. She would, try and get his secret, but he kept coming back. So she had something that was an attraction. So as women, it's important for us to look at what it is that we have. There's something that usually attracted our husband to us initially, or if we're in a relationship, there's something that attracted that person to you. And you need to develop it. You need to, if it's your look, if it's your dress sense, if it's the way you smell nice, whatever it is, develop it so that you are irresistible to that person. The person would keep coming. But the truth of the matter is that if you show more of the negative qualities, they would counteract the positive attributes. So like what Delilah did, yes, she had these good qualities, but her love for money and her the fact that she was untrustworthy led to Samson's death at the end. So as ladies, what we should do is to keep building on our positive attributes and working on any negative attributes we might have. Because I want to believe that if Delilah had not betrayed Samson, Samson would have married her, because the Bible reports that he loved her, and she would have been the proud wife of one of the strongest men that ever lived. I pray that God will give us the wisdom to keep enhancing all our positive attributes and work on any negative attributes that we have. Thank you for listening today, and I'll see you again soon.